I won't lie to you, I'm horrible at fantasy football. I like to think
Oh,
I'm good, but I get really angry and yeah,
all right.
I'm not the
Well,
best.
all right. I will definitely not take your advice. I will not be taking your advice today.
The iconic scene where your character, Kevin Malone, spills the chili all over the floor in the office. Could you kind of talk about that one office cold open, how it changed your life, and how you became a chili cookbook author because of that? I think is
Yeah.
really, really neat.
Listen, if I said that I thought that I would still be talking about chili this many years after it, I would be a liar. It's really amazing how fans caught on to that moment. Obviously, with the memes and the gifs and the giffies and the everything, it keeps sort of reliving over and over. And when an 8-year-old comes up to you on the street and starts talking to you about chili, you've done something either really right or really wrong. But yeah, no, I think it is chili season is upon us. So maybe some chili. Do your fantasy football. Get ready for the big games and drink some Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
There you go. You cannot lose with that combo. I love it. But yeah, I mean, going off that, it really does speak to the power of an office cold open. And they were so iconic and really created a generation of copycats in the TV industry. Aside from the chili spill, do you have an all time favorite cold open?
Man, I mean that one has to be it now, I guess. I guess I would get in trouble if I didn't say that was my favorite. A lot of the ones with Jim and Dwight, the pranks one, those are pretty iconic also. My favorite though actually to film, I talk about this a lot, was not to bring it back to football, but I am a football fan, and the episode Stress Relief aired immediately after the Super Bowl. That's the fake fire drill with Dwight setting the fire and running around. That was probably my favorite scene of all time to film.
I
It took
love
us
that.
multiple days. You got cats going in the ceiling and me busting vending machines and Stanley having a heart attack or whatever. Anyway, it was that's probably my favorite.
I love that. And you mentioned your fandom, and we're gonna get into that. Was there one particular person on the Office cast that was just obnoxiously in your face about their sports fandom, or was that you?
You know, well, if you
Yeah,
if you can't name someone, then
got
it's
him.
probably you. Isn't that how it goes? I you know, I John Krasinski and I, he's a famously a big Boston guy, Patriots. Patriots were really good, in case you didn't hear, for a number of years. And
Yeah.
he and I actually in our trailers during lunch, pretty much every day, we played well, we played John Madden football. I I so he would be the Patriots. At the time, I wasn't a Chargers fan, but Antonio Gates was really hard to stop. I called it the Gates play, that him just cutting right up the seam, and he caught all of them. So I would say him with the Patriots and the Red Sox and all of that. That would probably be my top.
Okay, you and him. I like that. That's an awesome story. Thanks for sharing that. And you mentioned too the fantasy football league that's been going on for 20 plus years now, which is so amazing. I haven't started anything with my friends like that, so I'm only hoping to someday do something cool like that. But could you kind of explain just how the power of fantasy football has been able to keep you all connected throughout these years? Despite all the journeys y'all have been on.
Yeah, it's fun. People. A big question that I get asked is like, who are you closest with? Who do you keep in touch? And it's sort of a stock answer. It's a little bit cheesy, but it is. We are so much like a family. So, your relationship with your parents and your brother or sister or your aunts and uncle, like they're all different. And this time of year, for sure, with fantasy football, we still have a group. This is no joke. Hot off the presses, last night I got a text from our commissioner, the hardest working people in fantasy. I'm drafting second. I'm drafting
Congrats, man.
second. So now I'm here in my cave. I'm doing research. Uh,
Good for you.
Krasinski has the first pick.
Of
We'll see if
course, the
we'll
two
see.
of you. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
he got the first pick, but I just got this last night. So yeah, now the real work begins.
Well, yeah, second spot is a little tough, but you got a few options.
Well,
Bijan,
yeah.
Jamar.
Who do you think I should take? I'll start taking polls today. Who do you think I should take with number two? Well,
I
who
think
would you take
everybody's
with
going
one?
with Bijan Robinson.
Two. Who's going one?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe Jamar.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
It is. We're so old school. I don't even know. If. I mean, It's probably like a custom thing that we have to add it. We have half point PPR. That's pretty rare, I think, and it's always been that way.
I won't lie to
Um.
you. I'm horrible at fantasy football. I like to think
Oh,
I'm good, but I get really angry and yeah,
all right.
I'm not the
Well.
best.
All right.
So maybe
I
you should
will
be telling
definitely
me.
not take your advice. I will not be taking your advice today.
No, the
I'll
Bijan one
just
is good. I promise.
I'll just
I promise.
I'll just have a Sam Adams Oktoberfest
Facts.
and let the rest let it be will be.
Let the
Whatever
chips
will
slay.
be. Yeah.
Facts. There you go.
There you go.
So I would love to do some superlatives for your office fantasy football league, and I want to give you a description, and then you kind of tell me who it best fits. So this one should be fun. So who uses every possible second to make their pick during the draft?
Ooh. Uh I will say Andy Buckley,
Okay.
who played David Wallace.
Yeah.
He has his son. I think his name, like his team name, is something like Son of Wallace or something like that. And I think that they're sitting there arguing with each other until the last second. And it's like,
That's
God,
hilarious.
come on. We're in round 14. Take a kicker, dude. Just take a kicker. All right, I'm going to go with him.
Okay. Who's the biggest hometown team drafter, meaning they just kind of target the players on the team they love in real life?
Chris Workman, shout out Chris Workman. And so we've got actors, we have writers, we have directors,
That's cool.
we have crew members. Chris Workman is the assistant cameraman, camera operator. His name was always, he was a big Niners guy, and his name was always something like Gore. Like Gore is more for Frank Gore. He's a homer, but Rain, I got to call out Rain with the Seahawks. I don't even know if he's that much of he's a homer for the Seahawks. I don't know about this year, how many players he's going to have, but yeah, I'll call those two out.
Okay. Who talks the most trash before the season, but then kind of disappears after like week 4, week 5?
God.
These are very specific questions. I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, Rain or me, I would say, does the draft trash talk for sure. I don't know that we really go away. Rain sticks with it the whole, and even when he's pretty famous for going like 1-4, and then he keeps working and will make his way into the playoffs. We definitely trash talk draft picks for sure.
Is there anybody who kind of forgets to do their lineup but still somehow wins? Somebody who's like really lucky.
Krasinski.
Immediately.
It's like, sorry, you're in Europe being Jack Ryan. You forgot, to put in your thing, and then he wins.
It's like, casual.
Hell,
right.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Who offers nonstop ridiculous trade offers all season long?
We don't have a lot of those. Yeah, we don't have Rain. Like I said, Rain stays. I'm not just trying to mention Rain. Rain stays active. Like he's active, and he will. You know, when we were on set, for sure, he would try to bully people. Like, come on, like this is good for and try to explain like why it's good when it's not good. Um, yeah, I would say that's a we've cut it down a little bit. This is so inside. No one's listening to this anymore, but
Stop
our
it.
bench,
Don't
our
play yourself
bench
like that. I'm listening.
was really big. Like we had really big, like a large bench. And so for a
Okay.
while I was like, what, like there's no one is on the waiver wire. So we've cut that down a little bit. So it used to be pretty stagnant. Like whoever you got at the beginning of the year, you were stuck with. There's a little more movement now, but not a ton of trades.
Last few for you here. We know you're a diehard Packers fan, so I want you to give me a temperature check on the team this year, especially considering they play in that brutal NFC North.
Look, this is gonna sound like a fan. Um, I the Bears. I'm not confident that the Bears have made a resurgence. I'm going to leave it at that because this is a family program. The Lions, the Lions. I'm expecting a downtick from them this year. That's just where I'm at. And
Yeah.
and the Vikings are starting a rookie quarterback, and we'll just have to see how JJ is. So I feel really good at the moment with the Packers' chances. And again, it sounds like a fan,
You
but
got me
there you
hyped
go.
up for you. I mean, I'm like, wow, you're right. Let's go.
At least it
um,
sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Whether I do or not, we'll see in a couple months.
that's hilarious. Um, Aaron Rodgers. So he made a guest appearance on the final season of the show. Did you get a chance to kind of talk with him? Um, you know,
Um,
while he was there.
yeah. Well, so I mean, I think I can say this now. It's been so long. I got him the job there on The Office. They had in the script, they had a different athlete that was supposed to play that. And I said, "Was that person confirmed?" And they weren't. So I said, "Well, if you want Aaron to do it, I know he'd love to. He was a big fan of the show."